Now, as you can see, 3 eggs, 4 ham, 5 tacos. Now that I have a list, I want to go through because, as you can see, I typed in a number for how many I want, and then I have the item. Well, what if I want to say loaves of bread? I can't just break after every space, but I can. But there's an extra part of explode that has a limit, and when you set that limit, it allows you to only do it after so many times, so you can separate it in a special way. Now, I'm going to go through this list. And first I'm going to say count equals count of list. And I'm going to do a for loop because I want to maintain where the list identifiers are. Now I'm going to say x equals 0, x is less than $count, and x plus plus. I'm going to go through this list and say list. But first I need that $sign list, and then in brackets I'm going to say $x equals, and then I'm going to say explode, and then I'm going to put a space. I'm going to put this same list variable again, and I'm going to limit it to only explode once and not more than that. Now I'm going to print the list and save it. I'm going to type in 1 loaf of bread and 4 tacos. Now, and at first I also want to trim this list because people put spaces after their commas, and submit this. Now, as you can see, array, 1 loaf of bread, and 4 tacos. It looks like I need to do more than that. Now, I made a mistake earlier, and it was 1, but it needs to be 2. So it separates into 2 parts, not just 1. Now, and then as you can see here, when I put in 1 loaf of bread and 4 tacos, well, now I have the quantity and the kind separated. So, now that I have that part figured out, by the way, this is an array with sub-arrays, and so I need to treat it like an array when I process it further. Now, I can say that I'm going to make a new list, and I'm going to call it list 2. And I'm going to say that list 2 is an array, but it's going to be a very special array, and you'll see why in a minute. Now, I'm going to want to process this list again as I go through. Now, I'm going to say, okay, now I'm going to reprocess this list here, but I'm going to try to compare it to how many are in the foods list. So I'm going to say food count equals count of $food, and I'm going to save that there, and I'm going to say if, and then, or rather, I'm going to go through and pretty much copy the same thing, change this to Y, tab that one, and then put another tab there. Change this Y here, put in food, and change this to Y. So if, and I'm going to say food, and then $Y. I'm then going to str to lower, and I'm going to try to say the number 1, because here I have an array right here, which is in the 0 position. This is the 1 position. So really, I'm not going to do this str to lower, but rather is in, or in underscore array. I'm going to search for my my list, and I'm going to say list $x, and then I'm going to further do the inside array of that of the second value, which is in position 1, and then I'm going to change this next part to the haystack, this food variable, and then I'm going to end it there, and I'm going to say list 2, and then I'm going to equals array, and I'm going to say that the item, I'm going to call this item name here as the first value. I'm going to want to use the base price for the next value. The base price is in, or the unit price is in position 0, as you can see right here. And then the next thing, I'm going to include the quantity of how many items I want, and it's going to be 0, and close that there. And I'm going to print R this second list to show you how it works with this. Refresh, resend. Now, this list 2 is an array, and it has inside of it, the first item is a loaf of bread. It cost 4, and I asked for one of them. This one, this item is called tacos. It cost 2 for each one, and I asked for 4 of them.